The Afghan government has finally signed agreements for NATO, American and troops from partner countries to stay on in Afghanistan from next year. It comes a day after the inauguration of the new Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and the appointment of Abdullah Abdullah as CEO. There were two significant papers to be signed. The first document, the BSA, focuses exclusively on the US personnel and their presence in Afghanistan after 2014. Some as part of the NATO-led mission, others carrying out counter-terrorism operations. The second, the NATO Status of Forces Agreement, or SOFA, defines the terms under which military and civilian personnel deployed to NATO-led missions will be able to operate.
It really does, I think as President Ghani said the other day, it takes the uncertainty out and gives the Afghan people certainty that they'll continue to have international cooperation, international folks here that will continue to work with Afghanistan into the future. I think that provides certainty not only for the security forces, but for the people of Afghanistan to know that communities outside of Afghanistan will continue to support. They'll have funding, many programs that go on in Afghanistan, whether it's women's programs, kids programs. There was a lot of uncertainty. They felt that if the BSA and SOFA didn't get signed, that their programs were going to be at risk. So it was much more than just the security piece, which some people just focus on.
The SOFA is the necessary legal basis in Afghanistan to have foreign troops for a training mission. It protects the foreign soldiers, it describes their rights and their obligations towards Afghanistan. At the moment, although the Afghan forces are already in the lead in combating the insurgency, NATO is still in a supporting role in the combat mission. And the intent is that after the 1st of January, it will only be a train, advise and assist mission, non-combat.
That mission, starting January 1st, is NATO's Resolute Support Mission, or RSM as it's referred to. It'll involve up to 12,000 troops and will be led by current ISAF Commander General Campbell.
So we're going to be focused on the corps and the leadership of the corps, and we'll have training, advisory, and assisting teams that focus on some specific areas. The same thing with the ministries. We'll focus in on the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Defense, and what we'll do is work on really 8 essential functions that we've developed in coordination with our Afghan partners that they'll continue to need help on as we move forward. Programming, budgeting, execution, things that are, again, very tough for many other armies, but to move in the future, they have to be able to understand those really technical type things. We're going to work on rule of law. We're going to work on force sustainment. We're going to work on force generation. We're going to work in the intel area. We're going to work in the strategic communications. So those are functions that at the ministry level and at the core level will continue to enable them to get better and better.
I think this will have very positive repercussions, and this will kind of give some kind of credibility to Afghanistan's economy and to the overall system, because we might be hopeful that more and more foreign investments are going to come in Afghanistan.
We need for a very big hand and a very big support from the America, because they hold us in order to stand on our feet. So now we cannot stand losing one of the biggest supporter of Afghanistan.
Really appreciate the foreign troops. They are working and they're trying to give us better future, and they want to save us from the war, and we really appreciate and thank them.
ISAF is already preparing the ground for the launch of Resolute Support and is confident that everything will be in place by the 1st of January 2015.
The good thing for me with the signing of the BSA and the SOFA is that the Taliban ought to look at it and say, wow, we thought the international community wasn't going to be there. They're going to continue to support the government of Afghanistan, the people of Afghanistan. They had to put that in their calculus as they move forward and think that they did not do well in 14, they didn't do well in 13. With continued international support, they're not going to do well in 15.
With the signature of the BSA and the NATO SOFA, the new Afghan government under President Ghani has clearly shown its intent to remain engaged with the international community and ensure Afghan security forces can protect the people of Afghanistan and defend the country. For the NATO channel in Kabul, this is Lauren Mucken.